So yeah, this the fit, babes. We is not going cute, okay? Just in case I gotta cry and wipe my eyes. And I got my silk lined hoodie because don't play, I'm gonna be right, okay? My hair's gonna be protected. Plus I got my comet on just in case I want to put the hoodie down, okay? Period. You see it? You see the design? Give it to it. Yeah, roll crown represent. And then they got the stretch on the bottom so he could start. And I don't even got to take my pants off. Cause boom, he gonna start on this side. Boom. I be thinking this through for real. Okay, everything is planned. And I look comfy and I'm matching. You should have saw the first option. I was not matching. So be grateful. Thank you. Truck girl, I'm in the truck. Yeah, girl. Yeah, I be driving this big thing. Come on now. Put some respect on it, girl. You seen the turn back. You seen it. Indicate, period. Light work. Cause I'm Kim Possible. Yes, sir. Switching to voiceover, let's get into it. I have arrived in Orangeburg, South Carolina, of all places, to find the Michael, the tattoo artist. Say hi, Michael. Also known as Spider Ink. You can find him on socials as Spider Ink. Let me go ahead and give him his props. I mean, amazing line work, amazing artist. This is why, you know, I can't just choose anybody, you know what I'm saying, for this big leg tag. And of course, I had to support my fellow HBCU student. Come on now, student athlete at that. Sometime last semester, we were having some type of student event, and one of my friends came up to me and told me that his friend Spider Ink did his newest tattoo, and it was looking sharp. It was looking very clean, very crisp. So I said immediately, oh, I have a job for you. Don't know it yet, but I'm about to be your most obnoxious, complicated client, but in the end it will be worth it. And now look. So a little backstory, I have been thinking about this leg tattoo for a very, very long time. It started with the create yourself knee tattoos that once upon a time looked like treat yourself, that was spelled incorrectly because the curve on the C was somehow not there. So the first time I got it redone, they curved that C, and then I added some leaves and some, you know, forgery to add to it. Thought it was super cute. And then I was like, this is obviously not done. I need it to look, I don't know, cooler. So I wanted to add some type of vine, some type of forestry, definitely mushrooms, maybe flowers, because I didn't want it to be too basic because everybody does flowers, especially on the leg. So I knew I wanted it to be elegant and maybe flower-like, but I figured let me make it more personal to me, and let me tell y'all something. I fucking love mushrooms, bro. Like any and every type of mushroom. Not only are they delicious, but they're so good for you, for your body, especially your brain, bro. And just so y'all know my mindset around these tattoos and future ones, I want my body fully tatted. I want my body's theme to be kind of like Mother Nature in the middle of a galaxy surrounded by sparkles and fairies and mushrooms. Like, I just want it to be mystical, and I want it to be like, I don't want it to make sense, but it's also elegant, and it's also screams me. Like, how does this not scream me? Look at all the freaking mushrooms, and I just think that the vines are so pretty, and I'm really creating myself. Like, that's kind of like the reason why I wanted to surround the create yourself tattoos, because I just made this up. Like, even when Spider Ink was saying, okay, I don't really know how we're gonna do this because mushrooms don't grow on vines, but then he was like, well, this is your body and we're kind of just doing whatever, so it doesn't have to make sense. And I was like, yes, you get me. I don't make sense, so it's perfect. Also, because I told him that I wanted it to be realistic, which is why he said, well, that's not realistic, but we can do it another way, because I want like the line work, I guess, to be like elegant or realistic, or, you know, not cartoonish. So he got the gist though, okay, understood the assignment perfectly. That part on that side of that knee hurt like a mother what a boy. And this is a view, you know, standing up. Afterwards, we got through a lot. The first session, we only got to do line work for the first, I mean, it was a lot. Look at how much it goes all the way up to the, you know, past the create yourself. So it took a lot of time, probably like three and a half hours. And then we kind of got kicked out of the shop because they were closing. What tattoo shop closes at 7 p.m.? My guy. Huh? Like, anyways, and I had got there like 2 or 3. Like, that was just not realistic, because why are you closing it anyways? And then on top of that, the shop closed on Sundays, and we did this on a Saturday. My guy, oh my goodness, the challenge. But of course we overcome, and we went ahead and still finished the rest of the tattoo the next day. And let me know in the comments, especially if you've had a tattoo or you've done this, would it have hurt less if I waited a little bit more for the tattoo to heal, or it was best to do it just right then and there the next day. And it was so funny because going into this second session, I was like, oh, it's not gonna be that big a deal. I'm just gonna go through it. I already went through the tough pain yesterday. Boy, was I wrong. When I tell y'all my leg was so sore, and now I understand why they say with tattoos, some people just want to sit all the way through, don't stop with no breaks, because if you take a break and it's too long, then when you get back into the seat, you're not going to want to finish the tattoo. Because when that needle hit my leg and it was a little, you know, sore and a little inflamed, I mean, you can kind of see in the video how it was still a little red, and he was going over it like, maybe if it was different, like he was doing shading or lining or something different, but he was like doing a pitch black coloring for the vines, and I feel like that's why it hurt so bad. Like, god damn, you can see it on my face here. And I feel like my pain tolerance is pretty high, so I feel like that's saying something. But we got through it, and it's looking so good. Oh my goodness, how it's shining and the oil on it. Like, I was so happy with this outcome. And the little details mean a lot to me, like little dots of sparkles to make it more mystical, or he added little white dots in the mushroom head of the portobello mushrooms. Like, so cool. So this is how we ended the first leg in 2 sessions. They were each about 3.5 hours. Absolutely love all of the details, the shading, and the different ways that he did the leaves, and like just the different details into the mushroom. I just am in love with it. And now we're into the second session, feeling a lot more confident about the direction of this leg, just because, you know, with the first leg, we didn't really know what was going on. We just wanted the vines and the mushrooms, and then we kind of put it together. So it's all coming together more and more, as you can see. Love this vine. And I feel like because it's the thigh, it has more room, it has more space to be a little bit more creative and bigger. And last minute I decided to put different types of mushrooms on this second leg. At first I was just gonna have the same mushrooms throughout the vine because I feel like that connected a little bit better, but my friend gave me the idea to have a different variety of mushrooms because I love all mushrooms. If I really love mushrooms, then I love all mushrooms, and I'm gonna regret not having more types of mushrooms, you feel me? So of course we want all of them. And this time around, we planned a little bit better, knowing that we were only going to have a few hours for the first session. We just went in straight with the vine and that dark spots that he had to color in to get that part out of the way, make sure it's nice and smooth throughout. I didn't want to be jumping and shaking while he was trying to color that in. That's what happened last time, and that's not what we was trying to do. Pain, I tell you. And for this session, not only did he start off my line work for this leg, but he touched up my other tattoos. So a little backstory, I went to Cancun, Mexico with my family and got these little tattoos impromptu just because I wanted one. I wanted to make sure that I left Mexico with something permanent memory, of course. You know, we love that. And y'all know, of course, I'm obsessed with mushrooms. This is on my middle finger. And I love this tattoo. I think it's the cutest, but it was faded really fast. I think because I was maybe a little rough with the healing process when I did get it done. Maybe I was like rubbing a little bit too hard and like the ink fell off within a couple of weeks in some parts, and that was not cool. So he touched it up for me, really sweet. And then I also got the same too in Mexico, that same trip, and it's a cross with a semicolon. Respect, if you know, you know. But I don't know why I got a cross, to be honest with you. I don't have to disclose necessarily my, you know, religion. I'm not discriminatory against other religions, but my religion is not exclusive to Christianity. How do I say? And I definitely feel more connected to spirituality and the ankh rather than the cross. So had to get that touched up. That feels so much better for me. It feels definitely more true to me. So I had to get that ASAP. And last but not least, coming on the last session, we are adding all of the fancy mushrooms. So much fun, and gave me a little bit more time to add on different types of mushrooms. So we've got the enoki, we've got cordyceps, we've got the turkey tail, like the ones with really cool details, because I know that Spider Ink was gonna really knock out these details. And I will say that the thigh hurt worse than the shin, which actually surprised me, but that extra fat, I guess, on that upper thigh, boy, don't mess with it, don't play with it. But in the end, I am absolutely in love with how this turned out. A little sneak peek from afterwards, the healing process, you know, a little tat cam type shit. This is my first pretty big tattoo, so it's kind of a big deal for me, and I freaking love it. I don't regret anything, and I'm so glad that Spider Ink was able to help me out with this. And he doesn't even know it yet, but I'm about to add to this. So we'll see y'all in a part 2. Baby, baby, baby.